Are you a casual gamer like me who loves pain in video games? If yes, you might be tempted to pick up Cuphead. Today I'm here to convince you to play the game and to suffer with me. Okay, but honestly it's a pretty great game. I recently picked it up and it was actually a lot of fun. Did I suffer through many failed attempts? Yeah, especially for this guy. But that did not turn me off from the game, and I now believe that anyone, even if you have never played hard games before, can play Cuphead. Here's why. Hello, I'm Mitty, game designer and Seal Vtuber. I stream games I talk about on Twitch, so if you want some live commentary, check me out there. Today, we're gonna be talking about why anyone can play Cuphead. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you guys have heard about Cuphead. It's this shoot your enemy, dodge enemy bullets, old-timey art game that is known to be pretty hard. The thought of failing until you beat a boss or level can be pretty daunting at first for anyone new to difficult games. The entire gameplay experience of Cuphead is to learn the boss's stage, memorize the levels, die, and then repeat. The entire game loop of Cuphead is repetition. You will fail and fail and fail and eventually succeed. Eventually, you will get to the victory screen to get that sense of accomplishment when you beat the level. The journey there may be a long one. I've retried bosses from just a couple of times to probably more than 50 times. But retrying levels again and again in Cuphead does not really bring you to burnout. First off, the bosses have a relatively good difficulty curve. You start with pretty basic bosses that doesn't really do anything too complicated. And as you slowly clear each hurdle, things start to get more hectic. Levels will start to have more stages and complexity. However, there is no one big hurdle that you have to cross. Just beat all of the levels in any order you want, and then proceed to the next map. This is pretty nice, as you can always come back to a level if you feel that you aren't ready for it yet. We aren't going to talk about the randomness some bosses may have, or how things might not seem very obvious for some bosses that have a certain special mechanic. These are all things you can figure out with some practice. And if you're really stuck, you can, Google. We're here to talk about why anyone can complete Cuphead and get that sweet victory screen. You see, Cuphead motivates everyone to overcome the challenges it presents, and the reason for that is here. Yeah, you're looking at it. More specifically, this thing. The reason why we push ourselves to complete difficult bosses and levels is because we believe that it is possible. The first time you die in Cuphead, the death screen shows you the entire boss fight. Well, kinda. The 2-minute long boss fight is divided into bite-sized chunks for you right after the first death, and your progress is always shown. Like, where did I die in stage 1? How far am I from stage 2? How many more stages must I clear? It gives you the opportunity to reflect on what you can do better in the next run. It allows all players of any skill level to create their own goals. Like, I'm going to beat stage 1 next round, and now that I've cleared stage 1, I need to find a way to clear stage 2. Maybe I'm not very familiar with the last stage, so I need to make sure that I go to the last stage with max health. It does not really matter how far you are from the end, because you will always be somewhere near the end of a stage. Dividing up the long journey to a few bite-sized stages makes clearing the level seem very possible, as you set tiny goals that take you to the end. And as a bonus, you can reset the level at any time you want if you see yourself not clearing the goal during that run. And as you progress, you will die, improve the next run, die again, go for another run, clear a goal, set a new one, die, and you just repeat the entire process. Well, I mean, you may take 10 tries, maybe 50 tries, maybe even 100 tries, but I mean, everyone can tackle difficult games at their own pace. Alright, do not let anyone tell you otherwise. You will get better and better and eventually reach the final stage. And a couple of retries later, you can reap what every difficult game out there wants you to feel. The feeling of triumph as you overcome a difficult challenge.
A great slam and then stop. Now go.
So with all that said, if you're a casual player looking to get into difficult games, Cuphead can be a pretty good starting point. It has a pretty nice difficulty curve, bosses are pretty fair for the most part. Your progress is always shown for you to create your own goals. You can reset the file whenever you want, and there isn't really a hard blocker, you just need to clear all the stages in any order you want in order to progress. You know what to expect, you can set and clear your own goals and improve at your own pace. As long as you keep going, you will eventually clear level after level, get better and better, and you can tell all the non-believers out there that you have cleared Cuphead. And that's it! I hope that if you're a casual tryhard like me and you are thinking of picking up Cuphead, this would kind of help you make your decision. It is a very fun game, I enjoyed it very much and I see myself coming back to it every once in a while. Of course, you may rage and wish you haven't done this yourself sometimes. I mean, yeah, I've experienced that many times. Yes. But it is a good game and I just hope that more people can just dive into Cuphead and enjoy it for what it is. If you like this video, remember to leave a like, maybe consider subscribing, and let me know, did I convince you to pick up Cuphead? What motivates you to finish Cuphead? And if Beppi the fucking clown is the worst piece of shit.